But if I'm picking up my phone and your kid's this or your wife's ugly, and I'm like,
you're looking to
come
switch,
meet me,
innit?
innit? Come meet me, or tell me where you sit in the stand, innit? I'll do a canton on you, bro. You get me?
And you know what? For anybody that does know Mr. Jason Alex, this is exactly how he is. I have to tell him to calm down all the time. I'm like, Jay, calm down. Social media, at the end of the day, that's another part of social media is it's not real, ladies and gentlemen. It's not real. And I'm going to put this up on the video as well when Pogba signed for United.
Got my Adidas creps on my ego top, you can't get this yet, man, I'm jokers. Yeah, look, I made a tune with Nick Jonas. They said I sold out, that's bogus. I do a fire in the park, 3 million views, now it's album time when I focus.
Yo, what's happening, people? Episode 6 of Everyone's a Pundit. You're back with the guys in the house, in the View studio. Semper Semps here, and I'm also joined with
Mr. Jason Alex.
Mr. Jason Alex. Come on. As you can see, it's a little bit different today, just me and Jason. And if you're listening on the audio, you will hear it's just me and Jason. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and also hit the bell notification so that you don't ever miss a video. And I'll also put a link in the description for the audio listeners to the Soundcloud. So today what we're going to discuss is Ali McCoist and his comment on TalkSport about the Champions League. And also we're going to discuss social media in football as we know it today in 2019. So yes, let's kick off now.
Let's go.
And Jay, so the first one I want to discuss is social media. So social media in football now, social media in general is a mad thing. It is a mad thing. And in football now, it's becoming a bit of a mad thing as well. You got players taking selfies after they score a goal. You got players taking selfies when they're on the team bus, when they're at training, when they're in their pre-season training camp. They're doing stories about their training regime and all of that. And then you've got the extreme of somebody like Lukaku, who actually is putting out classified tweets about training drill and who's fast and data and all of that stuff. So, what are you saying about it?
You know something, social media. Everyone loves social media, innit? I mean, put it this way. As a fan, it's good to see what the players are getting up to, innit? Like, you want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, put it this way, if I was in that profession, I wouldn't have social media.
You wouldn't have social media?
I wouldn't have social media, bro. Because me personally, as I am,
if you haven't added him yet, go on Twitter. The socials would already been up on the screen already. Yeah. Make sure you go and follow. So this is someone who is active.
I'm active on Twitter.
Carry on.
You know, me if I was a footballer and I had a bad game or something and I got man tweeting me crap. Listen, I'm looking to tell man to go suck his mum. You get me? But obviously you can't do that because you're a professional. So it's a thing where so I'll be like. So I won't have social media. Obviously, I get why the clubs have it. Yeah. The clubs can put out what they need to put out or whatever. But me personally, if I was a footballer, I wouldn't really be on it.
But the thing is, though, Jay, is like all these footballers now is they're a brand, isn't it? Yeah. And that's what I get. Social media is it's about building a brand because even you or me before we started doing Everyone's a Pundit, we've still had a brand. Yeah. Now, obviously. We will build our own personal brand, and you do that through social media because it reaches more people. Now, it's that thing, innit? Like you say, as a fan, it's good because you can touch tight now with these players, which you couldn't do before.
No,
so
you couldn't.
So like we like it that they're on social media because you get to hear their thoughts, you get to see what they're saying, you get the banter side of it, like especially with Arsenal players, you get me doing all when what was it, Lacazette and thing.
I done it as well.
Yeah.
I put a picture doing it as well. You get me?
Well, I did it first because Pepe hadn't signed, and I was like, where's Pepe?
No, don't get me wrong. Like it's like I said, it's all good, but I think some of the abuse that can come with it as well. Like I think to myself, is it really worth it? Like you know how the internet is, bro. You put out a video within like 5 minutes, there's a meme coming out because of it.
Yeah,
Look when Harry Kane was celebrating Tottenham's win in a semi-final against Man City last season. In his house.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking the piss, saying man sounds like Peppa Pig and all that. And I feel like no, that's like allow man, let man celebrate his own way.
I know.
And that is why me personally, I don't know if I could have social media. If I did, I'd be very selective what I put out. Like very selective. I wouldn't be just using it like I do like a normal person.
Yeah.
I'd be like my family wouldn't go on there for one.
Yeah.
Not at all. And yeah, I'll be very selective on what I put. Mostly my footballing, like probably pictures, I say, of like I don't know, the squad or me in the kit or something. You can't make a meme out of that. You get what I'm saying? No. But anything else like personal, I'm like nah.
But the thing is it sounds to me that what you're saying is you wouldn't be on social media to try and hide away from the backlash. But when you're a professional footballer, you're in the media anyway.
You're in the media,
And at least with social media, it's media that you can control because it's your social media.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're leaving it in the hands of other media, they can put out whatever they want about you. And I think this is the good thing, this is the positive thing about, like obviously there's negatives and positives to social media. A lot of people are going to have their own views. You know, I would love to hear what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comments below and let us know, because I see positives, especially somebody like Raheem Sterling, who in the mainstream media was portrayed as being a certain person, wrongly so. You know, as I said, I think I touched on it on a previous episode about when he had the tattoo on his leg.
Everyone's talking about the gun tattoo.
Yeah, the gun tattoo. And Sky Sports actually changed the words of what he said and put it on their thing. Like to me, still, I can't understand how that has gone. Like there hasn't been more backlash to Sky Sports on that. But at least if you have social media, people can see what you're really like. And he's now, I think he's turned everybody around by him on his social media, challenging the media, and stuff that he puts on there. So I think that's the positives to social media personally.
Yeah, you're right.
And you get the other side though, from being a Man United fan, you get the other side of fans on players like Pogba and Lingard and saying they only care about their hair and dancing and social media and all of this because they're, I've had a guy in my group, one of my Man United groups, and he literally seeing Lingard on social media smiling after we've had a loss burns him. It burns him deep. And I'm like, but just because you've lost the game, that don't mean that you've got to be upset for the whole weekend, for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, obviously they're humans, isn't it?
You're humans, man. Humans. So, but then you see the negativity on that side with social media because you see, you then have people expecting a certain thing. But one thing I would say is do you think then is right that, when we've seen the selfies after a goal celebration, was Aubameyang done it last season, Balotelli done it,
with the phone.
With the phone, I think, is it Totti that done it back in the day as well? What do you think about that?
See, I wouldn't be doing that.
You won't be doing that?
No.
Do you think it's unprofessional?
It's just too much, man. It's too much. I get you want to upload a picture and all that, but to get a photo, it's just too much for me, bro. Just celebrate your goal and keep it moving, man. So
do you think then that footballers now, like what some people do think, are more focused on social media and their persona rather than being the old school footballer that they was back in the day? Because back in the day it was only about football, now it's a little bit different.
Maybe there may be one or two that might be like that, and there may be ones that don't really care. I can't say all footballers care more about social media than they do their professional. Their profession. That'd be wrong for me to say that, but I think there's probably one or two that probably do. Yeah. But all that for picking up your phone and taking a picture. You got the media there that's taking pictures, man. Just take one of the pictures of Google and stick that up if you want, bro.
But the thing is, it's 2019 now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what, times have changed.
Times, and this is what I always say to people: is times have changed. So we can't compare the footballer of today to the footballer in the 1990s because times have changed. There wasn't social media.
I think it just depends on the type of person you are.
Exactly.
Me, like I said, me personally, I wouldn't be. You know me, I'm not really on all of that. So, it just depends.
I guess, like you say, it depends on who you are, because if you're a flamboyant person, then social media gives you that platform to then be extra. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're still an introvert and you're still closed in and you keep yourself to yourself, social media is probably a platform that probably scares you. So I guess there probably are those type of footballers. But me personally, you know me, I'm like, if you want to bring it's good entertainment factor is one when you see when Aubameyang scored the goal and he put the Wakanda mask on,
from the
and
fans' perspective, it's brilliant. It's brilliant for the fans.
But you know, we got to remember this is what football is.
Yeah.
It's like people have forgotten that football is about entertainment.
Yeah.
And these footballers are stars. They're entertainers. They're sports entertainers. That's what they are. People pay money to go and watch. And I say people like I ain't done it. We pay money to go and watch these players perform. Do you know what I'm saying? So why not let them put on a show for us?
If they want it, they can. Like, I'm not judging anyone.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But if
I reckon you would.
But get a phone out if I scored and sell it.
Maybe not the phone, but you would definitely be on social media and you would be as active as you are now, because you're active on social media.
I'm not a footballer though. That's why. That's why, bro. But when I see man talking about man's family and man's kids and man's wife, and I'm like, raw. Like if that was me, like.
But you can't get away from that though, Jay, because then that's what you're then saying is. That's the fame, innit? That's the fame that comes with that. It's not necessarily about being a footballer, it's the fame. So once you become a professional footballer and you're good, that automatically comes with fame. And there's no getting away from that.
So, but that's it.
Because even if you don't put anything out there, there's still going to be people that are going to be tweeting that, and that might be.
And the thing is, but if I don't see it, it won't. But if man, don't get it twisted. These footballers get millions of tweets, but don't think they don't read them.
I know.
And they see it.
Yeah.
If people write stuff about you and you don't see it, whatever, innit? Like I can't see it. But if I'm picking up my phone and your kid's this, or your wife's ugly, and I'm like,
you're looking to
come
switch,
meet me, innit? Come meet me, or tell me where you sit in the stand, innit? I'll do a canton on you, bro. You get me?
And you know what? For anybody that anybody that does know Mr. Jason Alex, this is exactly how he is. I have to tell him to calm down all the time. I'm like, Jay, calm down. Social media, at the end of the day, that's another part of social media. It's not real, ladies and gentlemen. It's not real. Do you know what I'm saying?
I sent you the other day.
I know.
Man putting clown emojis on my thing. Because I said there's an issue with Pochettino.
I know. And then he was just like, you reply. I ain't even gonna reply to this guy. And I was like, look. On social media, that's one thing I had to. I realised, and also was one thing that I had to say to myself. You know what? If man's gonna be doing this pundit show, you gotta be prepared for the backlash and for people to come on. Yeah. But those people, you get trolls, innit? Yeah. You get trolls. Like certain time, I'm trolling. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain time, I'm trolling. But it's not in a sinister way. But you do get people that are trolling in a sinister way, and that's more about them than you. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, boy, I would say social media in football is here to stay. And the reason why I say it's here to stay is because you now see that clubs are fully backing this social media thing. Now when you do a signing, when Man United does a signing, when Arsenal does a signing, it doesn't get announced like how it used to get announced. Now there's a delay because they're building up the social media stuff in the videos, the promos and all of that. Like, I'm going to see if I can find the link, and I'm going to put this up on the video as well, when Pogba signed for United. And Stormzy and him did this thing, the rap thing. Right. You ain't seen it?
I don't think so.
Alright, I'm gonna try and put it up on here. Hopefully it gets to come up on the screen.
Couple young kings. Look, man, I'm the one they all fear. I was the man of the year last year. Now I'm the man of the year for the second year straight, like nobody don't compare. And now I'm sitting on the top and I'm looking straight down, like holding, is anybody there? Shut down Malia, shut down Iceland, oh my god, this not fair. Look, man, I was on the roads when Dizzy Man stopped that. You're not a bad boy, stop that. Paintings on my WhatsApp. Yeah, they love when I drop that. I put my city on my shoulders. You ain't cold, I'm cold, I'm the coldest. Got my Adidas crepes from my ego top, you can't get this yet, man, I jokers. Yeah, look, I made a tune with Nick Jonas. They said I sold out, that's bogus. I do a fire in the park, 3 million views, now it's album time when I focus.
Shut down.
Is it?
Right. Listening, if that don't get you gassed about a signing, nothing will.
Yeah.
You got Pogba in there, and Stormzy's doing his thing, and it's just like, nah, this is, and that's the way football is now. That's the way football is, man.
Yeah, it's gone that way.
But yeah, ladies and gents, footballing fans, what do you reckon about social media in football? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Jay? As I said, I think it's here to stay. I don't think it's going anywhere fast, as I said, because clubs are adopting it now, and this is 2019. We're in the digital age, so it's sort of like one of them things. If you can't beat them, join them, or jump on the bus before the bus leaves you and you get left behind. You gotta decide, man. But anyway, actually, I thought we would get a chance to discuss the Ali McCoy's thing in this part, but we're not going to get a chance to. So what we'll do is we'll discuss it in part 2. We're going to come back. If you've been watching and you've made it this far, please subscribe. Give a like, plan. Please smash that like button if you've enjoyed the video so far. And again, if you do subscribe, hit the notification. And we'll catch you in part 2 of Everyone's a Pundit. Bless.